What's up YouTube, I hope you're doing well today. So I'm going to be setting up a new tank, doing a dry start method. I thought I'd take you through the process, a couple of the products that we use. So grab yourself a cup of tea, make yourself comfy, and we'll get into it. So this is the tank I'm going to be using. It's a Ciano 60 litre, freshly cleaned. All the products are going to be going into it. We'll look into those in a little bit more depth. First of all, we've got the Tropica Aquarium Substrate. It's quite dusty, this acts as your bottom layer. It's very close in texture to compost. Works in a very similar manner. It does need a top layer, this cap. Secondly, we've got the Fluval Stratum. This is quite popular with people who run shrimp tanks. It's a little more coarse. It's nice. It's a nice substrate. Like I say, it's a little more heavily grained this than the Tropica stuff. This is going to sit on the layer above. Next up, we've got a sand cap. This is purely for aesthetics. The Fluval would work as a cap for the Tropica stuff. Just like all sands and gravels, it's super duper dusty. It's quite a nice thick grain level there. Just getting some into a bucket there to give them a clean. So you don't want a completely full bucket there because it's just a pain to wash a completely full bucket. So we're doing about half full there, and it really full rinse through. Do that for the entire bag. Like I say, we're starting off with the Tropica Aquarium Soil as the very bottom layer. Just dump it straight in, get it nice and light. It doesn't need to be perfectly flat, but you do want to cover the bottom of your entire tank there with it. I'm just using a nice thin layer because we're using the Fluval on top. Give it a little spray to moisten it off, and then just dump your Fluval straight on top there. Actually use an old spatula to keep your hands clean this because they're a little bit damp. Again, you layer this more or less as you like it really. It needs to be perfectly flat. If you want a slope, that's absolutely fine. Again, I'm giving a little spray there with the bottle. Again, this is just to get a little bit damp. Obviously we have a little dip just in the corner there, that's to make it easier for monitoring. The sand goes on top, and again we're going to dip slightly in the corner there, using a spatula again to get that nice and flat. And then we've got a nice piece of driftwood which I'm going to be planting some Java moss onto a little bit later on there. Any other hardscape you want in, add in at this point. I did give that a little spray over after. I was going to plant straight to this once it's all done. And obviously just make sure you clean up at the end. Alright, that's that bit all done. Grab yourself a cup of tea and enjoy.